So, und damit begrüße ich euch zum neuen Part, zum 21. Part von The Stanley Parable, Ultra Deluxe. Mein Name ist Koparius, wie immer seine Ehre, für diesen Part aufnehmen zu dürfen. Und im letzten Part haben wir wieder ein paar, wie soll ich sagen, nette Endings erlebt. Ich weiß immer kaum, was ich dazu noch irgendwie, es ist nahezu unkommentierbar. Ich bin da auch eher wie ihr fast schon nur ein Zuschauer, der durch dieses Spiel läuft, das auf sich einwirken lässt und auch ein bisschen sprachlos bleibt zu den ganzen Dingen, die da irgendwie mal immer wieder passieren. Naja, wie besprochen arbeiten wir jetzt Stück für Stück die ganzen Endings ab, welche mit dem Bucket nun holbar sind. Von daher, ich glaube, es sind auch nur noch zwei, nämlich das Confusion Ending und das Bimsi Bumsi. Confusion und Escape Pod, genau. Da wir aber jetzt schon eine ganze Weile auf der linken Seite wieder waren, kehren wir jetzt mal zur rechten Seite zurück, machen das Confusion Ending. Da bin ich auch gespannt, wie wir mit dem Bucket die Adventure-Line da durchgehen.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Und
Stanley's bucket, the only co-worker he would ever truly need.
Ja, müssen wir halt mal schauen. Ich frage mich auch, wenn die die neue New Ending, New Content Tür, die muss ja nicht mehr auftauchen, weil wir sind ja literally im New Content. Aber der kein Sinn, wenn der nochmal auftaucht.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chin. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to
Stanley
be.
Parable Adventure Line
And
auch
here it
versuchen, den
was. Had the
Bucket zu
bucket turned
haben.
out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be. Truly, being here with the bucket was a grand adventure. Stanley reflected on all they'd been through together. First, walking through the door on the right, then walking to the lounge, then arriving at the lounge.
Wow.
What a thrilling journey the bucket had inspired.
Unglaublich. Ja, nette Textur, cold drink.
Perhaps this was where the bucket felt most truly at home. Here in the employee lounge. Perhaps it's the only place a bucket can even feel at home.
Das ist die Frage. Wo fühlen wir uns eigentlich wirklich?
Stanley
So.
decided to just give the bucket absolutely as much time as it needed to be in the lounge. Clearly, the bucket and the employee lounge shared a special connection.
So, ich glaube, der gute Herr hat nichts mehr zu sagen, oder? Dann gehen wir mal weiter.
But finally, the bucket was done being in the lounge, and they took the first open door on their left to get back to business.
Okidoki.
And so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
Nope. Er sagt nichts. Okay.
Oh, good Stanley, I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place
Lol.
eventually.
We care about you, Stanley, okay. Da haben wir den Adventure Line, das Baby, Figuren, Broom Closet.
You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here because we care about you very much. It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game,
Lol,
like the
Broom
Adventure
Closet.
Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line? We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it.
Aber schön. Wir haben hier das Baby, Broom Closet, Adventureline, all die machen sich Sorgen um uns anscheinend. Hier haben wir auch wieder den Monitorraum, hier haben wir den Punishment-Raum, nachdem man cheatet, die 2 Türen. Ja, zu guten alten Freunden aus dem ersten Spiel. Wir haben euch nicht vergessen. Gut, dann folgen wir mal der Adventureline. Ich bin sehr gespannt.
Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well.
Ja. Jawohl, hurra, wir haben wieder die Mucke.
Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue?
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Yes. It's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up.
Oh nein, nein. Nimmt uns nicht den Bucket weg. Alles, nur nicht den Bucket. Ah, die schöne Adventureline. Die Silly Music. Tolles Ending damals. So. Ja, dann kommen wir langsam zu einem nicht so guten Teil jetzt.
Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket. That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer. I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree? Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does? Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you. Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
Nein, wir müssen es aufhalten irgendwie.
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait. So I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters? Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The broom closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now, the fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry and...
Okay.
The Bucket Destroyer, my prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
Mein Bein. Ich bin mir aber nicht sicher, ob wir den Bucket überhaupt da hinten reinschmeißen können. Ich weiß es nicht. Wisst ihr was, das schaue ich mal kurz nach, bevor ich da den ganzen Weg wieder zurückrenne. Schauen wir mal. Schauen wir mal, la. Endings von Stanley Parable, so. Oh Gott, Entschuldigung, oh Gott. Das heißt, wir nochmal probieren. Ich glaube, das ist noch nicht wirklich eingetragen hier. And ending, apartment ending, code feed ending, confusion ending. Ah, da. Nice, dann nicht Computer, Mannequin, and the broom closet, Here it is, hypocrisy of it. Stanley cannot actually throw the bucket into the bucket destroyer, as trying to will only cause him to hold the bucket closer. The narrator waits for Stanley to throw the bucket into the machine again, defending the bucket destroyer as a superior character. They could even make merchandise of it. Ja. Okay, gut. Seht ihr? Dann können wir es mal schaffen. Passt. So. Perfekt. Perfekt. Bravo. Dann, ja. Machen wir mal das Escape.
The bumpscosity in here is really getting up there, isn't it? No matter, the story must carry on no matter how much or how little bumpscosity there is.
Okay. Ja, genau. So gesehen, ja. Nur noch das Escape.
Is Stanley without the bucket really Stanley at all? No, surely not.
Wahrscheinlich nicht.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Ja, ich finde das schön. Wenigstens haben wir mal einen kleinen Return von der Adventure Line und konnten so ein bisschen alte, klassische Charaktere wie Broom Closet, Mannequin, das Baby,
Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
So. Dann.
Stepping in.
Sehr schön. Dann gehen wir mal zurück. Geiles Klo. Oh yeah. Money in the morning, money in the evening, money for breakfast, money, crisp. Oh yeah, let's fucking go. Hey ho, let's go for rock and roll. Just you know, Bucharest. Ah, das wird extra abgeschlossen. Verstehe. Smart. Hallo. Ja, selbst der Filter und das Geräusch ist nicht mehr hier. Also erstmal, dass wir diesen Meetingraum dann in normale Müll, ohne Filter sehen. Also normale Art und Weise. Ja. Und dann schauen wir mal, was dieses Mal passieren wird beim Escape Pod Ending. Ich glaube, das letzte Ending, bevor wir, ja, dann haben wir wirklich alle anderen Endings fertig in ihrer eimerigen Version. Los geht's. Ah, hier ist das Telefon. Cool. Oder ein Telefon. Dann gehen wir da mal rein. You are now leaving. Genau, wie gesagt, warum das eine Ending so abrupt vor dem Escape Pod ja abgebrochen ist, war halt, wenn man ja, hatte ich ja so ein bisschen vorgelesen, so, es war natürlich ein bisschen verwaschen, verworren, so, aber da stand halt, dass beim Escape Pod der halt nur aktiviert werden kann, wenn Stanley und der Narrator ja, da sind. Das Problem ist ja aber, der Narrator ist entweder verschwunden oder wurde im Büro des Bosses dann halt eingefangen, weil auch sein Satz hier abgebrochen wurde. Und er war dann nicht mit uns, deswegen konnten wir mit dem Escape Pod nicht entkommen und das Spiel wurde einfach resettet. Das ist halt, was im originalen Escape Pod Ending passiert. Genau. So. Etage müssen wir noch hier laufen. Ich glaube, zu 67 mussten wir, oder? Genau, ja. So, dann noch einmal. Hupsasa, hupsasa, wir gehen die Treppen hoch. Genau, weil Leute haben hier ja das, was da drüber gegammelt ist, halt so weggemacht. Genau. Entering the skateboard will initiate a relay that once triggered cannot be disabled or paused. Both the narrator and the player must be present in order to escape. Und so. Und deswegen, ja, klappt das da halt leider nicht. Man kann nicht entkommen. Aber mal schauen, vielleicht ist der Bucket ein guter Ersatz für den Narrator. Wer weiß. Da ist der Escape-Bot. Lass uns zusammen entkommen. Lalalala. Sehr schön. Diesmal stürzt das Spiel nicht ab. Perfekt. Sogar mit Armanimation. Cool. Psch, alles wird gut. Ich liebe dich. Stanley is gently caressing the bucket as he tells him that everything will be alright. He takes the bucket and puts him into the escape pod, but how does he do it? He does not follow the bucket. He lets him escape alone. Oh my god. It cannot be. Was war ein dramatisches Ende. Ich kann es nicht fassen. Er hat sich für den Bucket geopfert. Warum konnten wir nicht gemeinsam mitkommen? Warum funktioniert der Skateboard auf einmal? Egal, nicht hinterfragen. Gut. Dramatisch. Praktisch gut, Fragezeichen. Wir haben noch ein bisschen Zeit. Dann können wir, glaube ich, hier mal, ja, die letzte Figur dann einsammeln. Aber wie gesagt, ich meine...
Stanley knew the office layout like the back of his hand. It was only a matter of time before he found the others, wherever they were. Just a matter of time.
Genau. So, ich schaue noch mal kurz drüber, mal sicher zu gehen. So. Code Feed, Monetize, Bucket Recording. Phone Pickup, Unplug. Die Quizshow haben wir gemacht. Den Bucket Destroyer haben wir gemacht. Den Bucket getötet haben wir gemacht. Genau. Insane Bucket Ending haben wir gemacht. Goodbye Bucket haben wir gemacht. Jetzt gerade die Konferenz haben wir gemacht. Das Memorial Bucket Museum. Ja, zu Hause mit dem Bucket haben wir unten gebaut. In meinem Control-Raum. Und die beiden Trapped, also dass wir gefangen sind. Und die Silly Birds haben wir auch gemacht. Gut, ja. Gut. Gut. Ja, das heißt, wir haben hier wirklich alles hier durchgehauen. Und ja, holen uns dann mal jetzt hier, wenn wir noch mehr als genug Zeit, die letzte Figur. Ja, das ist ein guter Plan. Der gefällt mir. Ja, bis jetzt kann ich sagen, auf jeden Fall die Bucket Endings.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference.
Sehr crazy.
Nor did it advance the story in any way.
Oh, wo ist der Bucket? Haben wir den jetzt wirklich... Ist er jetzt wirklich einfach weg? Lol. Wow, okay. Damit habe ich jetzt nicht gerechnet. Der Skateboard hat funktioniert. Der Bucket ist gone. I will remember you. Was ist denn hier los, ey? Gut, ja. Lustigerweise, ironischerweise passt das sogar echt gut zusammen mit dem Plan, den wir haben. Von daher, dann das war... Genau, von da runterspringen.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Gut, genau, wir müssen da auf diesen Catwalk.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Das ist sogar perfekt, weil dann können wir sogar das Game-Ending machen. Dann kann ich richtig Rocket League spielen. Da, wo ich mich ja so geärgert habe. Ja, das können wir mal so machen. Da muss ich mal kurz aufpassen. So, hier, no buckets past this point. Ja. Muss ich aufpassen, wo ist jetzt genau.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
So, da ist die letzte Figur. Yay, wir haben es geschafft.
And there it is, the last Stiggly Wiggly. Savor this moment, Stanley. This is a real accomplishment. This is doing something just for the sake of doing it. Where so many people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements, you've insisted that a job well done is its own reward. I would tell you that I'm proud of you for collecting them all, but that would be like a reward, and we can't have that. So, instead I'll just say, it's done. We're all done here. And now we can go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines.
Natürlich. So, gut, ja, dann im Moment ist noch nichts passiert. Hat der Raum etwa gelogen? Na, schauen wir mal. Ich werde auf jeden Fall durch die blauen Türen gehen, damit wir mal ein bisschen Rocket League spielen können.
Perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door. All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted?
Yeah.
Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Okay, fuck you.
A 1? I mean, I can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a 1? That's not even helpful. What am I supposed to do with that? But I guess it isn't my place to judge. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look. Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
Ja, echt scheiße.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some play testing. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective?
Also die Leute, die das wirklich 4 Stunden gespielt haben, ihr seid absolut verrückt, aber auch ziemlich krass.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain.
Yes.
Let's see. What do we have here? Yes. This seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Okay. Scheiß Flugzeuge ohne Spaß.
Aha! Fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted, erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Firewatch ist ein tolles Spiel. Also ich habe das echt damals wirklich sehr genossen, muss ich sagen. Es hat echt Spaß gemacht, das zu spielen. Und ja, kann es wie gesagt jedem nur empfehlen. Macht echt Spaß. Man erlebt sehr interessante Dinge. Ja, und wie gesagt, es ist auch Open World, ein bisschen feiern. Das, was dem Narrator nicht so doll gefällt.
Oh no. No, it can't be. It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off. Oh, thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls. Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
Ist okay, aber irgendwelche
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design.
Ja, krass.
Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
So, jetzt können wir endlich mal ein bisschen Rocket League spielen. Ein bisschen
so what exactly
Redemption.
do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together.
Touchdowns.
Yes.
Wow.
I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Wir sind ja so klein. Was bringt's denn hier? Ich kann ja nicht mal springen. So.
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on? Stanley, I have a thought, and I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric sports experience. I'm going to try it out. Here comes another ball.
Ui. Yeah, noch ein Ball.
Oh goodness, that really does feel amazing, doesn't it?
Wow, ja,
Stanley,
krass.
I'm like a child in a confectionery shop. I simply have to have more. I'm insatiable. More balls!
Yo, what the fuck, bro? Bälle, überall Balls. Big Balls, Small Balls, Balls. Yay! Ja, schade, dass ich da direkt runtergefallen bin. Da. Damals!
Are you enjoying this, Stanley? Are you having fun? Is this a real video game? Well, I sure hope you're having a good time, because guess what? It's over. That's right. Your little fun comes to an end. Wow. This is my game, and what I say goes. You get to have fun when I let you, Stanley. Besides, you need someone like me to set boundaries for you. Without rules or boundaries, video games are nothing. Yes, that's what I am. I'm structure. I'm your sense of purpose. And since you decided you didn't want to play my game, now I don't want to play with you either. So, goodbye, Stanley. I'm leaving. See how you like it when I'm not around to set the rules. Somehow, I don't think you'll enjoy it as much. But who knows? You're an inventive kid. You'll come up with something. After all, you're the one who knows best. Take care, Stanley.
Ah, okay. Jetzt muss man hier entkommen aus der Arena. Ja, ich verstehe. Ja, wir sind auch hart über der Zeit, aber gut, so ist das normal. Wisst ihr was? Dann machen wir es. Ja, schade, dass ich da. Ach, schade. Kann er leider nicht rein. Aber dann machen wir es so. Dann hüpfe ich hier runter, mache das Ending kurz zu Ende. Und dann sehen wir uns zu einem neuen Part von The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Bis dann und ciao.